So every part of the open media system is essentially designed to reduce the workload of the access station staff, as well as empowering the local community to take control of their public access station. So this is our equipment rental reservations page. Essentially, it shows you a small browse window here with all the equipment that a station has. This window is completely sortable by category, so we can sort by cameras and sort by lighting. All of the equipment in here is managed by the class registration system as well. So the classes would grant you certain certifications that would then allow you to reserve that piece of equipment. So I don't currently have the certifications to reserve this piece of equipment. So I'm prompted below with a couple of prompts here to either take the class that would allow me to reserve the equipment because it would grant me the certification. Also, this station has configured and set up the software to allow commercial rentals. So this gives me a prompt down here that I could reserve the equipment at a commercial rate. To show what this looks like if you do have the proper certifications to reserve the equipment, I'm going to go ahead and click on one of the cameras because I know that this account has the certifications to reserve cameras. So with the proper certifications, it prompts you to select how many of these cameras you'd like to rent. I'm going to go ahead and stick with one. And then it opens up a choose your dates box, which is basically a drag and drop calendar area. If this equipment was already checked out and there was none available, it would show up on this calendar as a big blocked off area that you would not be able to reserve over. So that being said, I know that there's a spot on Saturday to reserve the equipment with, so I'll go ahead and drag from 3 o'clock to 7:30. It pops up the side window here that lets you kind of clarify and get a little bit deeper into exactly when you want this. I decided I actually want it to go to 8:30, so we can go ahead and change that, and then we'll hit the Rent This Item button, which is going to put this item into a shopping cart similar to other online commerce sites like Amazon. So now we've got the reservations cart up here. We can view the cart, we could check out, or we could continue to make other reservations and put it into our cart. So it allows you to rent more than just that one piece of equipment if you wanted to. To show you what this looks like if that item was not available during that time, since we've already put that into our cart and we wanted to come back, we now see that this is no longer available to rent during that time. If I were to try and make a reservation over it, it should pop up with a little warning that you cannot make a reservation during that time. It does prevent you from making reservations in the past as well, and it does also show days that the station is closed. Currently our station is closed on Sundays and Mondays. If you were to try to make a reservation on one of those days, it also tells you you cannot do that. The rest of the checkout system works pretty much like the other commerce parts of the site that I've shown before. Takes some billing information. This reservation happens to be free, and it would take, you can basically continue to your next step and check out that piece of equipment. I'm going to go ahead and go through with this to show one more time kind of how that dashboard or central hub functionality works on the site. If we went to my dashboard now, we're going to see the equipment reservation that I just made down here, along with some other ones that I've made in the past. I'm going to go ahead and show some of the setup that's involved for a station on that. We try to make it pretty straightforward. Underneath the store button, once again, in the commerce section of the site, we've got a tab called Commerce Reservation Settings. As a station administrator, if you click on that, we've got some options in here to set up for our reservations. The first one that you'll notice is the Allow Commercial Rentals. This actually allows the site to take commercial rentals as well as member reservations. Notify the station administrator of missing accessories. So if a user were to bring back an item without missing a lens cap or something of that sort, this is currently set up to notify the station administrator, and you can put their email directly into this box here. We also set up closed days here as well, and hours. These dates here are holidays that you can put into the system that happen outside of your normal weekly Monday through Friday or whatever it may be for your station. You can add as many of these in as you'd like. You just keep putting them into the date fields here, and it just gives you a nice little date pop-up to pick. Select which days you're closed on a weekly basis. So our station here is currently closed on Sundays and Mondays, as I showed on the reservations calendar. Down here, underneath hours of operation, it opens up all of the times that you open and close for every day of the week. So select the time the station opens on Sunday, closes on Sunday, on through every day of the week here. The only reason there's no times on Sunday and Monday is that we're closed during those days. We can save the settings down here, and those automatically get pushed to that calendar form, so your members are seeing the most up-to-date times that you're open. Underneath Administer Reservations, we essentially get a huge list here of all the reservations that are coming up. This list is sortable, so you can sort by the member that's coming in, the last name of the member that's coming in. So if you were sitting in the checkout booth and John Williams walked in, you would put Williams in here and pull up all the reservations for Williams. You can also sort it by the start date of the reservation. You can sort it by the end date of the reservation. And also we have a checkout status drop down here. So you could sort by whether or not, if you just wanted to show overdue reservations, for example, you could click that, click apply, and it would just bring up this one reservation that's overdue. The overdue reservation is going to be marked in yellow. It also gives a status of overdue, so it should be fairly easy to see, even when there's no filtering on this at all. When you scroll through, it pops out. So let's go ahead and show what this kind of looks like when you're walking somebody through a checkout. So say this user comes in, they want to pick up their Sony Z5U, so we'll go ahead and check them out. It just gives a little information here. You're currently checking out the user's reservation for the Sony Z5U, gives the dates for the reservation. This is where you would assign a specific Sony Z5U for that reservation. So these are the SKUs of the different cameras that you have in the checkout room. We'll go ahead and assign this one to that user. And then also it lets you select the accessories that the user is taking with the camera. This is something to pay attention to because it kind of comes back on check-in as well. So we'll go ahead and check them out. If we go down to that reservation now, we see that it has been checked out. We can also sort by checked out to find it even faster. It's now 6 p.m. and the user comes back in with their Sony Z5U to check it back in. We'll hit the check-in button. It allows you to kind of change some statuses here. These are all configurable by the station as well. So you can check whether or not the item is broken, we have missing parts, or whether they actually brought it back on fire. And you can also put product notes in here as well. All of this stuff in this area stays with this product. So as a station administrator, if you come back in and view the product later on, you can see its current status, whether it's broken, missing parts, or actually on fire. Below that, it has an area here that says these are the accessories that the user has checked out. You'll notice that we gave them those 3 accessories. It doesn't show the ones we didn't give them. So essentially, if the user brought it back with all 3 of these, you would need to check and make sure they're all in there. If you missed one, or if the user actually didn't bring back the iCup and you tried to check this in, it gives you a big warning here that you're about to check in a reservation that's missing accessories. It says this action will notify a station administrator. Do you wish to continue? And as you saw in the setup for the reservation system, if you hit yes on this, it's going to go ahead and email that station administrator and let them know that a camera was brought back without an iCup. And now we can go down to that reservation and see that it's been fully checked in, shows the checked in product that we can go view, and that's essentially the reservation system from the administration side. There is one more small section. We do have a reservations usage report for some basic reporting on the reservation system. Generating a reservations usage report brings us to a page here where we enter in a start date and end date for this report. So the report's for a certain period of time, say it's Q1 or a yearly report. Let's go ahead and make this report start a year ago, and we'll have it go until next month. So we're getting a full report of the last year. When I hit Generate Usage Report here, it pulls up a usage report for that time period. We are showing all of the resources listed here on the left, the quantity of those resources that we have in the station, the number of member rentals, the hours of member rental usage, the number of commercial rentals, hours of commercial rental usage, total reservations for the past year, total hours for those reservations, member revenue, commercial revenue, and then total revenue. And this is for all of the items in your reservation system. And if you're a station that's not engaged in commercial rentals, this section obviously wouldn't apply and be able to be turned off through that station administration page that I'd shown you earlier. This is also completely configurable by the station, from setting up open and closed days for your station to what certifications are required to rent what equipment. Everything's configurable so that your station's needs are being met by the system. It's also completely usable by the members themselves, so you don't have to have somebody on the phone taking reservations. The members can know what pieces of equipment they're able to rent or reserve, and they also see when that equipment is available and can go through the steps of making that reservation on their own.